You like old shit? Because we're gonna make something that's super fucking old. Watch it.
Welcome to Comment Cocktails. I'm Derek. That's Dan. We're making the old fashioned.
It's an old fashioned.
It's real simple.
Another riff on an old fashioned.
No, it's exactly an old fashioned.
Yeah, true.
This is as old fashioned as the old fashioned gets.
So this is as old fashioned.
This is a true old fashioned.
True old fashioned.
There's a difference. I'll explain it.
What's the difference?
In here. Okay, I'll explain now because you asked.
Okay.
There's two versions of an old fashioned. The modern, that's new,
yeah.
and the old. The modern one is you take your cherry and your citrus thing. Don't do this because then I'll hit you.
Yeah, because usually we use
you
this
put that
first,
right. You put that in here and you muddle it with the sugar, and then you add the whiskey. Then you take the rind out because I guess it's bitter, right?
Yeah.
And then you put a new one in a fresh garnish. Then you serve it. That's bullshit. That takes way too long, and there's muddling a lot.
But that's what I'm used to. Is having the orange in it.
Right. And the real old fashioned, that's all bullshit. You take sugar, you put it in there, right. You put your dashes of bitters on there, then you're good. That's
How many dashes?
Do 4. You're supposed to soak the cube. You can use angostura bitters if that's what you have. We're using Boy Drinks rolled walnut bitters. It's an aromatic bitter. You can use your favorite bitter for this because there's only so many components. So use the bitter that you enjoy the most because it makes the most sense. The recipe is 1 sugar cube, 4 dashes of the bitters, 2 ounces of rye or bourbon. Bourbon is another new thing. You didn't have that back in the day. They typically
So it was always rye, right?
Right. Bourbon came in a little bit later on. There was a dry spell for rye for like 40, 50, 60 years, whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's coming back now, so we have tons of rye. But back then, it was all rye, then it was bourbon, then it was rye. What do you need?
A measure.
Oh my God, don't use that. What are you doing?
Well, it does the... Well, fuck that. We don't need that. I'm just going to free pour.
2 ounces.
Fuck.
So, wow, you know what? By asking me that simple question, you got halfway through my list.
Exactly, because that's what I do.
Like to-dos. Also, our executive producer, patreon.com/CMC. If you want to become an executive producer like Clean My Space, Chad has a YouTube channel that has a fuck ton more subscribers than I have and makes a lot more money on it, but whatever.
We're growing every day, so it doesn't matter.
Can I have some ice in that while you're here? Can you just...
Does a real old-fashioned have ice? They didn't have ice back then. Are you shitting me? They were on a boat. They're like, fuck, I need some rye.
There was no boat! It was in the United States! It's a big island! It's a continent.
Before they got here.
Before they got... Who? Christopher Columbus? The Puritans? I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. Put ice in there. The original cocktail is bitters, alcohol, water, and... What am I missing? Sugar.
Oranges.
No, sugar. That's what is going on here.
That's how I make mine.
All right, so I'm gonna...
All right, stir that shit up, and then I can garnish it with the orange that's supposed to be in there.
Yeah, and the garnish is actually newer age, not as new as your crazy thing that you're doing. But
that's true.
The garnish, they didn't really garnish a lot back then because it wasn't to present and go, oh, how beautiful is that? It was because you just wanted a nice hard drink after work.
Yeah. And you need a little citrus in it.
So throw that in there.
All right, so I'm going to throw that in there.
Yeah. That craziness that you
That
designed.
craziness?
All right, so that, and we're using, what do we use, 1776 rye and some walnut bitters. It looks like a pumpkin now.
It does look like a pumpkin. You told me to put it on top.
That's fine. I don't have...
You're going to stick it, it's going to go right up your nose.
I miss Ian.
If you guys don't know Don, he's kind of an asshole.
He's going to be on the next video.
Yeah, he'll be on the next video. And then all 4 of us will be on a video, so don't worry about it.
I think I've got through all my history.
Oh, that's good.
It is good, actually. So the first recipe for the Old Fashioned published in 1888. It was talked about in the 1860s. So it existed before 1888. This one was published. They think it's around 1850. That's a long time ago, my friend.
Isn't it one of its original cocktail?
That is your cocktail. That is
cocktail.
like that is it. That is it. You're drinking the first cocktail ever made. However, I don't know if it was James E. Pepper 1776, but if that's the year it was made, perhaps it was.
See?
Because that's 100 proof too. So the other
He's
thing
old.
we did,
We're old. This is old.
This is 100 proof.
Now I feel old.
Bourbon. That's strong, not bourbon. Rye. 100 proof rye. In your face right now. Like You're
not
not
that
just not this 80 proof bullshit. You're drinking old fashioned, old school with strong stuff like a man. This is put hair in your chest. You can work at the steel mills or whatever men did in the 1850s.
Yeah, I second that.
She won't be on either, so don't worry about it.
I'm done with these. I don't drink.
It's good.
It tastes like rye.
Old fashioned's always good.
It's got that rye, that little nuance of like the bitters and some citrus, but really it's fucking rye.
Well, there's no real citrus in that one.
It's filtering through.
A little bit.
It's
The
really
walnut bitters
it's the
actually
smell.
is a
Yeah.
really good taste to it. Kind of.
It changes it up from just your standard aromatic from Angostura, which is why if you're at home and you have chocolate bitters, if you have passion fruit bitters from these guys, Serrano, if you want to get fucking spicy.
You can use whatever you want.
Yeah, that's the beauty. Because there's nothing else going.
Yeah.
It's rye and a bitter. So you're basically picking your favorite of this and your favorite of that, and you're building it and you're making a drink. And that's what you're drinking. Just like they did in the 1850s, I think.
Because that's all they had. Yeah. And bitters?
You probably were going like...
It was probably because shit was going bad, and they're like, that's kind of bitter.
Yeah.
But...
Probably.
That's all right.
1850s, you didn't have ice. Like, there's shit that went down, like...
See, and that's why you yelled at me. I was like, oh, they don't have ice.
No,
and
but
then you're like, oh, but it needs ice.
It needs ice. But they would pay for ice. You have to have
That's
this brought to your house.
True.
That's insanity. And that's why you were making these at the bars. I don't know
chairs are
anybody.
really good, too.
I don't know who was making these things at home in the 1850s.
You're so wrong.
In little tin cups, too, I bet.
Oh,
It's not like they have these fancy glasses.
No, they didn't have these.
No.
These fancy glasses you get at Awesome Drinks with my coupon code that just popped up. I think it's March 18 for 18% off at awesomedrinks.com until April. Oh, I got that. April 3rd.
The question is
Yes.
why haven't you bought any yet?
Right, that is a question. Why haven't you bought it? Oh, and this isn't a question, but you should, as a statement, you should go to recipe.awesomedrinks.com. There's a link right in the description that'll bring you right over to this recipe so you can bookmark it, make it later. There'll be a link right to this video so you can watch it again, over and over and over again.
Because who doesn't have rye and who doesn't have sugar? And some kind of bitter.
Don? No, he does. He has all those things.
Yeah.
This
He's
is
an
Don
asshole,
type
but he's got it. Even Don has this shit. So if you don't have this stuff, you better go to awesomedrinks.com. Get yourself some bitters.
That guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
He has it.
Even he has enough stuff to make an old fashioned.
Right. Because he just
And
buys
he drinks
from,
shit.
he just buys from awesomedrinks.com. That's all he has to do. Okay, we're good
All
now.
right.
Sidebar for more videos down below for my store. You can go get the bartender kit. I think that's what I call it. Ready? We're out of here. Teach you how to drink.